Dr. Desi Cosmos, the lead mentor, and today I'm pretty excited about the training that we are doing today. This is day one of our 5 days live training, and I know that after these 5 days, if you are an international optometrist and you are seeking UK qualification, I tell you 100% you're going to be getting so much value. And so I would advise you 7:30 p.m. We're going to try and keep to that schedule. 7:30 p.m. every day this week, Monday to Friday, we will be going live. And I'm pretty excited about the new way through which we are helping international optometrists go through their qualification journey. And so once you come online right now, I want you to just type #live or #replay, #live, #replay. Tell me where you're watching from and let me know the stage you are in the UK qualification process. It's really important. Now, I would advise that whether you are on the replay or on the lives, that you go ahead and do as you know, you never know what prizes will be coming your way. Secondly, once you come live, go ahead and share the stream to your network. You never know who you will be saving time, thousands of pounds, just by introducing ACN Academy to them. The amount of knowledge that we share, I tell you for free, on our live trainings, on our platforms, it is amazing. And I know that is very helpful for these, for people in our space. UK qualification, we know it is not easy, but we also know that with the right guidance and with the right information, we can definitely make a difference. And whilst we still have the window open for UK qualification, just bear with me, we can definitely help as many as that want to qualify. Okay. Now, I made a pledge that this year, 2025, I want to help 100 optometrists gain UK qualification. I've lost count of the number, but we keep moving. Thank you so much for coming in. Once you're coming right now, go ahead. I want to know where you're watching from, and more importantly, what space, where you are at in the qualification ladder. Remember, there are 4 key points in the UK qualification process. You're either in documentation, which will include, doing the IELTS, your degree, your QC application form, or you've moved over and you're in the interview process. So you're waiting for an interview, you've got an interview date, and all that. And once you finish that, you move into the third phase, which I hope for all of you is that your third phase would be proceed to pre-reg. Some people will have extra phases where they will need to do adaptation, and it's not my prayer for any one of you that you don't cross over this phase, and that would mean a closure. And then after that would then be doing your pre-registration year. Okay, so I want to know in the comments below, what part of the UK qualification journey are you in? It will be interesting to know the answer to that. Okay, great stuff. Now, good evening or morning, whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for coming in. My name is Dr. Desi Cosmos, and today I am talking something that does, sometimes we are in worrying about so many other things that we forget the little things that can actually cause delays. Please go ahead and share the stream, even if you're watching on the replay. That would be very helpful, because All right, I have to discard this because it's not allowing me to come on. Okay, just bear with me. I just want to make sure that this is actually live on where we are supposed to be live. Let me just check. Okay, good. And I'm just going to check the, yeah, good. Good. Okay, that's it. That's what I want. Awesome. Okay, we are definitely on a roll. We're on a roll now. Awesome. Okay. Now, right. Did you know that most international optometrists waste on average 6 months, 12 months, and even more? I know a few people that I can count at my fingertips that have wasted so much more that now their time in the UK is up and they need to go back to their country. Some of you listening to me right now, I don't want you to be among those people that will be wasting time, because I know, in case you don't know, that the UK qualification process is changing. It's changing September 2026. And so it was not going to be the easy peasy lemon squeezy process where you just where you will just do an application, write an interview, and then voila, you've got your visa. You look for a pre-registration role, and then you're in. Things are changing. And so as I go through the teaching this evening, I hope that you get some value out of it. And I would encourage you to go ahead and put any question. Now, whether you are asking a question about what I'm sharing today, or you're asking a question about, any other part of the process, feel free, put it in the comments below. One thing I don't want is anyone to be stuck, not under my watch. All right. Now, truth be told, which is sad, I have seen over and again intelligent, hardworking optometrists getting delayed unnecessarily. And that's why today I'm going to show you exactly why this happens, and more importantly, how you can avoid the same trap. I want to thank all of you that are here today. Let me see. Albania, hello. And you want to start? Okay, from where I need to start. You want to know where you need to start exactly. I'm going to be sharing that with you. Hello, Devesh. Nice, awesome. I'm going to be sharing that with you today. Okay. Cool. All right, let's get started. I'll just keep putting your questions in the comments below. I will answer your questions immediately after the live, and it's not going to be too long. I'm just going to go with the flow, and then after that, I will share with you. Okay, is that all right? Excellent. Thank you so much. Amazing. Right, let's get started. I've got 5 points that I'm going to be sharing with you, and I say a number 5 point. We always save the best for last, isn't it? Number 5 is is really key. So you want to stay on the live and get it while it's still hot, and ask any questions if you don't have, ask any questions if you're not clear. So number one reason for which international optometrists delay themselves, on average 6 to 12 months, is lack of clarity. Most people want to start the UK journey. Some people actually dive in to the UK journey without fully understanding the process step by step. They think it's just all about sending in a form. I'll just fill it anyhow. Maybe I'll just even copy from a colleague, or just fill it anyhow. They wait, then they just dive into the interview. But the truth is, there are clear steps: the GOC application, the evidence that you gather to submit that application, the interview process, the pre-registration year, and so on and so forth. I've got so many videos on my YouTube page. I've got loads of videos on LinkedIn as well, and posts. I'm also on TikTok about the stages. And I want to believe that in my bio, there is a free guide that will lead you step by step. Honestly speaking, in 2025, with me, in your space, you shouldn't be, lacking clarity. And I want to thank you for bringing in that question right now. Um, and which is good. Even the Bible says something, isn't it? A man, before he builds a house, has to plan. So don't just dive into the system, okay? You want to ask questions. And for the fact that you are live right now or you're watching on the replay, you have clarity. Even if the question that you have hasn't been covered in this video, once you put it down in the comments below, I will answer. I will even DM you. Do you get what I mean? So thank you so much for that question, because I'm going to be DMing you and then definitely we can get you started. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Now, the next point I want to share is wrong information sources. Relying on wrong information sources. A lot of people depend on some groups, friends, old advice from someone that even qualified years ago. So I qualified 2015. But for the fact that I am actively involved in helping UK optometrists qualify in the UK on a per second basis, I wouldn't even know what applies now. I know some of my colleagues know what I do, so they refer people that come to them like, yeah, you speak to a Cosmo, so I don't know, but she is actively in the system. So advice of 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even, is not working in 2025. It's a big problem. The process changes and has changed. What they're looking for in your application form is different today from what it was 2 years ago. The way the interviews are being conducted is different today from what it was even last year. And the way the store interviews are going, it's all different. So you can't rely on the wrong sources. Some people spend years and years and years gathering information from the internet, and then it comes to nothing. Some even make a big mistake of Googling ChatGPT. What do I need to do? I have done that myself to see what it brings out. Mm-mm. When you see some questions like they ask in the interview, I've put it into ChatGPT and the answers it brought out. I see some people fretting, oh, ChatGPT is taking our jobs. Oh, ChatGPT is doing this. ChatGPT is not taking your job. Nah. But when it comes to UK qualification, for one thing I know for sure is if you use just what ChatGPT tells you, it's not going to get you far. Just take it from me, because when I knew about ChatGPT, I was like, oh my God, that's easy. So all the courses I'm creating in the academy, it's going to be so easy. Just pop it in there. It doesn't work. Maybe because optometrists haven't been using the platform, maybe, but it does not have information that you need to even tackle a question comprehensively. And maybe that's the reason for which a lot of people are coming up with adaptation courses. Maybe that's why a lot of people are coming out with closure, because they're relying on ChatGPT. It doesn't work. Why? Because it hasn't been fed that information yet. So it does not work. Right. So just to say, bad information will cost you time. It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you heartache. It's going to cost your confidence. And by the time you realize it, not you, because you're listening to me right now, years and years have gone. Okay. Processes have changed. Yeah. Now, the third reason, when I get through this, I will then just go through what you can do in order to get it right. The third reason is poor documentation. Thank you so much. Keep dropping your questions. Let me know who you are, where you're watching from, and I will get back to you after I finish teaching. Okay. Now, poor documentation. I cannot tell you the number of application forms I have personally looked at. Maybe they've come in for an interview or they've come in to work with the academy, and I'm looking at the interview form and I'm actually asking questions, and I'm saying, okay, so what is this I'm seeing in your form? And then some of them will say, well, I didn't really know what I was doing at the time. I just asked a friend and they said, do A, B, C, and D. No. If you are listening to me right now and you have not filled or submitted, if you filled, okay. But if you haven't submitted your application form, I want to say good for you. You want to take time and make sure that you fill the application form properly, that your recommendation letters really showcase your clinical competence from the number of patients you've seen, the age, the equipment, the type of clinics you run. Do you get what I mean? The application form has to give that right clinical representation of your years and years and years of experience. I see forms and then I'm looking at the day um they graduated from school. I'm looking at the number of years of practice and I'm thinking, how do these numbers even add up? Oh, is that no? Anyway, let's keep going. Number 4, no accountability or support. Now, this particular one runs through any sort of qualification process. Anybody that wants to succeed in life, generally speaking, whether it's in your Christian life, in your marital life, and more so in UK qualification, you can't do it without one, accountability, and two, support. Now, a lot of people just think I'm going to do this alone. And now, even to my lovely brothers and sisters from Nigeria, I know a lot of people that know that there are people that have the information or that can guide them and support them through, and they just fly straight in to the GOC interview hall. They don't want to tell anyone about it, which is fine, because we don't really, that's why if you notice um on my YouTube page, on all the posts that I put out, I have to change the name, I have to change the face in the testimonials, because all the clients I work with, no one wants to show their face to the world. I don't know why. It's very really 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 particular to this particular education system. But yeah, no one wants to show their face, no one really wants to talk about what the gains they're really getting by you know going through the actual steps that I advise. But the testimonials are there, whereas some people just they want to do it alone, they want to figure it out themselves. I tell you, for one, for so many parts of my life now, figuring it out on your own doesn't work. Because number one, it's very easy for you to procrastinate. You could say, I'll do it next tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. And next year, by this time, next year becomes, okay, you have to be in the UK before you can even begin to think about qualifying as an optometrist in the UK. So without structure, without someone checking on your progress, definitely you begin to lose momentum. Sometimes when we come to class in the academy, we're asking questions, and then we notice that, and we go like, nah, 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 no, no. And then we can separate, do a one-to-one, what's going on? Okay, this is your homework. And then the person picks up. That's it. Okay. All right, let's get, are you ready for number 5? You ready for number 5? Awesome. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're going. Number 5 is underestimating the interview. A lot of people underestimate the interview, and it marvels with me for which people would underestimate the interview. I've had I'm grateful to the Lord for the privilege that I have, but I've had discussions with people that come in and they say, yeah, I've got an interview date. And I'm like, okay, so have you been going through your clinical cases? And they're like, no, I didn't even think I'm supposed to prepare for the interview. Okay. No. Many optometrists just think it's about just walking in there and they ask you, hello, hi, do you like tea? Or they ask you one or two clinical questions and that's it. No, the interview now, that was before. The GOC interview before was all about, okay, why do you want to come to the UK? And why did you even go into optometry? And you can tell your story about your passion for optometry. And now it's very clinical knowledge, practical application of concepts, assessing the practicality of the knowledge that you have. And I want to say that people underestimate, like, yeah, I've got the knowledge, I know what I'm doing. Da, da, da. It's not all about just that. It's how you communicate, how professional do you appear in some questions where they're just checking, they just want to be sure that you are in professionalism and all. How do you structure your answers? What is your critical clinical thinking? So, and that is why over and again, people come in and they say, well, I just thought, I'm really scared now of failure, because someone that is top of my class, they're getting adaptations. Someone top of my class, they didn't even give adaptation. It was just like closure. Why? Because they were not prepared for the styles of questions. They were not prepared to show and to they didn't prepare to how to structure, and they didn't prepare, more importantly, for the ears of the assessor. There are things they are looking for, okay, and these things, they cost that time. Adaptations begin to happen that takes months and months, and others. Okay. Right. So, how can we, or how can you avoid these delays? It's simple. Don't do it alone. One thing I know, when I was, they always say something like, you can't give what you don't have. And I can only teach you the principles that I used and worked for me. When I was doing my UK qualification, this was back 2015. So 2014 to 2015, that year, 2014 August to 2015. What am I saying? 2014 August to 2015 June. That was the period I used to do all mine. Do you know why I achieved it in such a short period? Locked in. I met my mentor and she guided me to a group of people that were doing this UK qualification. And then they then led us to the lecturers that were doing tutorials for international optometrists. And I kept going and I kept going. Anyone know I'm going? Anyone know I'm going? Credit card, didn't have the money at the time. Credit card, yes. Loan from bank, yes. I was going. And by the time I got into my exam, June 2015, as I was coming out of the hall, I'll tell my colleagues, yes, I've collected my A. Definitely, I've collected my second A because I was well prepared. And by the time I got into the consulting room, that's a story for another day. I won't say it was easy, but at least I had the knowledge I needed to get started in UK practice. Okay. So you don't want to go alone. Don't stay stuck. You're on the live. Ask your questions. Reach out. Okay. Have the right guidance. Some people would say, oh, it's too expensive to join a program. Oh, it takes so much time. Why do I need to do that? You need to do that because, take it from me, the distance between the qualification criteria of an optometrist in the UK and the qualification optometrist out there for the countries that I've worked with: Pakistan, India, Nigeria, Gambia, Albania, Nepal, you know, it is definitely not the same. And then some other persons will say, I'm going to wait till I'm ready. It's okay to wait till you're ready because it's not, we know we're not in a life and death situation here. But if UK optometry is what you need to do, The time to get started is right now, because exactly a year from today, it will no longer be the very simple application and all and all. Okay, so let me just check in the comments below if you have, and I'm going to answer your questions right now. Let me have a look. Hello, hello, hello. Ma, you made it today. Awesome. Awesome. Good. All right. So I want to start the UK. From where do I start? Right. I'm going to answer your question, Devish. Thank you so much for bringing in that question. The way you start is by, actually, before I answer that question, can you tell me how many years of experience do you have, testing in the testing in the clinic and without supervision? So you're the one seeing the patient, prescribing eye drops, prescribing glasses without supervision. Let me know in the comments below right now, and then I will definitely let you know. Awesome. Okay. Once he answers now, I'll take that question. And if you have any question, put in the comments below. Please go ahead and share the stream to your friends and to your colleagues, especially on those platforms, optometry platforms. Really important that you do that. And as you do that, I want to say thank you. So the bottom line is, if you don't want to waste another 6 to 12 months, you need clarity, you need structure, and you need support. And that is exactly what I help international optometrists do every single day. Now, I'm excited to announce that over the next few weeks, I am offering, and I'd love to work with optometrists that want to qualify in the UK one-to-one. So it's going to be one-to-one. This is not in a group. It's one-to-one, me and you, one-to-one, 30 minutes a day for 5 days. So like a week, but the working week, Monday to Friday, 5 days. Okay. It is free, no catch, but what I'd like you to do at the end of our work 5 days is just give your honest feedback. Honest feedback. And like a testimonial. Okay. Now, the people I want to work with, because I know in the beginning of this year, I did say that I want to help 100 international optometrists gain UK qualification. This is my way in the next 4 months to hit those numbers. Okay. I have opened up my diary. I've freed myself a little bit. And then I am really committed to what I said. Definitely. And so but to qualify for this, number one, you should have written your IELTS exam. And so you have your IELTS exam and you've got the recommended banding. Okay. And number two, okay, so let's backtrack. First of all, you need to be fully qualified and registered in your country. You have to have the earnest desire to practice optometry in the UK. Number three, you need to have 12 months unsupervised practice in your country. And number four, you need to have done your IELTS. Then I know you are committed to the process. Okay. Those are the people that I would want to offer you a free one-to-one, 5 days, 30 minutes a day. Now, regardless of where you are in the world, there will be a time that will be suitable for you, because I have some morning sessions and I have some afternoon sessions on some days and evening sessions. And obviously, you're going to pick your 5 sessions. But at the end of the working together, then you will provide a testimonial, feedback, and be honest with the feedback. Be honest with your feedback. Okay. If it was helpful for you, amazing. If it wasn't helpful, be very honest. I like I'm growing. Okay. I've not really done this type of work with international optometrists. I usually work in a group. And so I'm yeah, but I know for sure after working with those 5 days, you're just going to be so clear on steps. A lot of progress is going to happen within those 5 days. You're going to be clear on what you need to be doing going forward. Is anyone excited about that? Yeah, I am so excited. I'm really excited. Hello, Reverend here. Thank you for coming in. I received the grace. I received that grace. Awesome, awesome. Now, if you want to be one of those persons, okay, Emma, you're saying you wanna be one of those persons I'm gonna work one-to-one with. Interesting. Have you done your IELTS? If you've done your IELTS, then cool. Make sure because I'm yeah, there will be so all you need to do if you want to be part of those. Good, awesome. You got your banding, have you? You got your banding, have you? You got your overall 7. You haven't got it back yet. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm only working with those that have done their IELTS, the English test, and they have the banding that is okay. You're preparing for. That's fine, no problem. So let's see. By the time you are okay, let's see what's happening. We don't know. I don't know how far I will go with the free one, but I really want to gather loads of testimonials. So you never know. Maybe by the time you have finished yours, maybe it's still free at that time. But it's free 5 days working with you one-to-one to get you ablaze, ready for UK qualification. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Now, let me answer this question from Devesh. All right, Devesh, you didn't, I don't know whether you're still on the live because you haven't answered my question. Now, the first things you need to do is make sure that you're qualified in your country. Okay. And it's not for newly qualified graduate, those that just came out of school. No, it's not for them. You must have gotten an undergraduate degree in optometry. You must have what else? I've lost my flow. So, undergraduate degree in optometry, you finish your supervised year, you are practicing on your own, like you are the one seeing the patients, and then you will go to the General Optical Council. I'm going to try and see if I can share my screen. Do I know how to do that? Let's see. Let me see. Okay. All right. So we can share. All right. Let me. I don't know what's happening. What is happening? Oh, okay. No, this is not what I wanted. Okay. Pardon me. Pardon me. I'm just learning this new thing, but it's not really what I want. So, do I remove it? Oh, there. Hello, everyone. I was trying to share my screen, but let me try again. I just want to show. I'm going to try again. Let's try again. Let's try general optical cancel. If you have any other questions, let me know. If you want to be among those that I will work with one-to-one for free at no cost, usually this sort of 1 week program, I would usually rate it at, I don't even know. I mean, oof, 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 oof. £395. Yep. But obviously it's you know, at no cost for now. So yeah, or even more really. Let me see now if I can share this screen for Devish. I'll try again. Unable. Oh, it's saying I'm not able to share the screen. Anyway, so what you do, I'm just going to tell you, and then you can do that. You go to the General Optical Council. Just type in General Optical Council. And when you type in General Optical Council, you go to registrations. Okay. Under registration, you will just click on the register from overseas. You go to international optometrists, and it will tell you how to apply. Okay. And what you need to do is look for the self-assessment form, fill the self-assessment form first. The reason for which you want to do that first is the GOC will look at what you filled in your self-assessment form, and then they will respond to you with all the documents that you need to submit, including a code or a link for you to, go ahead and do your qualification check with your documents. So that's where you start, Devish. I hope that helps. What I'm going to do is, let me see if I can, what I'll do, I'll just drop the link for you in the chat. I'm going to try that now. But otherwise, I hope all of you got some value out of our session tonight. I want to thank all of you that have come out to share. Usually that's fine. Oh, only if you're on YouTube, you got the link. But I will send you the link, Devish. I'll find you on LinkedIn. I can see you're joining me in LinkedIn. What I will say, Devish, just send me a friend request, and then once I get that request, I'll send you the link, and then I will get you started. So if you remember what I said, you don't need to go alone. Going alone waste time. Going with the right support, and then over the next few weeks, I don't know how long it's going to be free for, but yes, I am offering a free one-to-one. It's 30 minutes a day. It's going to be over 5 days, and I'm going to be helping international opto. I'm going to be helping you to make good momentum, going to be understanding the things that you need to do in order to avoid all this delay. Okay. It's free, 30 minutes a day over 5 days. No catch here, but definitely feedback, testimonial, honest. No painting it. Feedback, testimonial. That's what I want from you. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So as I summarize, I'm just going to summarize the points that we've covered today. The reasons for which international optometrists begin to, be delayed 6 to 12 months and even more. Lack of clarity, not understanding the process and just diving in. Number 2, wrong information sources, ChatGPT, people that have qualified ages ago. No, that costs time, money, confidence. Poor documentation, very key. Is The application form is the foundation. And I want to say, actually, if you visit our website, acnacademy.com, there is a course that you can go through, and it will guide you through how you can fill your application form so that it is clinically aligned. Take it from me, that is your first step to passing the interview. Get that one wrong, no matter what you do in the interview, comes out on not with the desired outcome. So you want to, and that's why I put my heart, soul, and spirit into providing that course that will lead you step by step on how to fill your form with clarity. Number 4 was no accountability or support. Doing it alone, figuring it out yourself. When you're on your own, it's so easy to procrastinate. Days turns into weeks and all. But so without structure, without someone even checking on your progress, you begin to lose momentum. And then obviously it's going to be, I'm going to leave this thing, it's too hard. And number 5 is underestimating the interview. But what did we say? Once you are able to get the right structure, with the right with clarity, structure, and support, you can go and get your desired outcome. That's exactly what I've been doing for the past 10 years now. Makes me feel a bit old, but yes, I've been doing this for 10 years. And right now I'm just starting a new one-to-one 30 minutes a day working with international optometrists. What I'm doing is personal touch, because I find some people in large groups, they don't really sort of they don't really flow, everyone. And I've noticed as well, everyone, even though they're from the same country, the same university, they're so unique in the things that they need. And that is why I've decided to do 5 days, 30 minutes, working with you to go through, knowing what you're doing. We make good progress. You get good accountability for that 5 days, make progress, and know exactly how you're going to go through this process with clarity, with structure, with the right support, and coming out with desired outcomes. And obviously, I need to build a portfolio of testimonials and feedback, and that's why I'm offering it free of charge. Usually it would be round about $397 for those 5 days of 30 minutes one-on-one with me. Awesome, great stuff. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and make sure before you clock out, you like the stream, you share the stream, and I will see you tomorrow. We've completed day 1. Just gonna check for you what we're doing tomorrow, if I can find let me just quickly check day 2. All right, so tomorrow we are going to be breaking down the 8 competencies, the 8 competencies that make or break your GOC interview. Whoops, I'm excited for that topic. That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So meet me here 7:30, or meet me on TikTok lunchtime. We'll be going through that, and I know it's going to be so much value. After these 5 days, you will be so equipped with the right knowledge and the right tools that you need to move on with your qualification. And if you're new to my space and you need a guide, I do have a free guide. It should mostly be in my bio, but in case you can't find it in my bio, just comment the word guide and I will send you that guide. And if you're watching on the replay and you have got your you've got your years of experience, unsupervised 12 months, you've done your IELTS, and you are actively going through the UK qualification process, more so, you're filling your form, or you filled your form and you're praying for the interview, and you want to be to work with me one-on-one, go ahead and put ready in the comments below, or you can DM me the word one-to-one, and then I know that's what you're asking for, and then we can get started. Awesome. Start date is when you're ready, because calendar is open. I've got some spaces still. So calendar is open for this week and next. I've still got some few spaces left this week and next week. So go ahead and just put ready, or DM me one-to-one, and then we get you started. Okay, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I honestly love what I do. I love the smiles I'm putting on faces of international optometrists. And I always say, I wish I was there 2015. It wouldn't have been so, but I'm happy that I'm able to provide such help and such hope for you and your UK qualification journey. Come join me here in the UK. So good. All good. I'll catch you tomorrow evening on the live. You take care now. Bye. If I can see where I'll stop it. We should get some music. All right. Where is this? I don't know how to end this.